Yes. All right, finally. We're going live. Thank you for everyone for being patient on here. First of all, if you're watching this, you are likely, unless you're my guys popping in my live right now, a woman who is out hustling every single woman and every single person on her team. And if you're tired of being like the nice girl or being a woman who shows up in boardrooms, on calls, in conferences, and instead of being heard as an expert, you're treated like cute entertainment, listen up because this training is absolutely for you. Okay. Sometimes when you are being too nice, they flirt with you or ask for a discount, or they don't take you seriously. They don't sign an agreement with you. Or maybe your voice shakes when you start asking for a sale because your nervous system's stuck in fight or flight. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to teach you how utilizing our RED methodology is going to shift you. And because it shifted me, taking me from a pregnant teenager waitressing at IHOP to building a global sales company. And by the end of this, you will know exactly how to utilize your feminine power to command respect and handle all the boys without losing your cool and getting people to persuade themselves to want to buy from you. Okay, so the first thing that we need to look at is your hormones versus guys' hormones. You are not built like a man. And if you think that learning all your sales training from men and working the exact same way that they do is going to enable you to get results, you are deeply confused. That's not how we get results here. You need to learn how to work your job like a woman and how to utilize certain skill sets to get people to take you seriously. Men have a 24-hour testosterone cycle. Women, we are on a monthly cycle. Okay, so if you're trying to hunt like a dude and you are trying to go 24/7 without burnout, your prospects are going to feel like something's off from you because you're going to be reeking of desperate energy because your cortisol levels are going to be way too damn high. They're going to be way too damn high. It's really important that you are at a place where you are grounded and cool and calm and collected. That's how people can take you seriously because you're not in this weird needy energy. We don't need that. You know, your tonality is 38% of your ability to communicate. And if you're using this high-pitched, bubbly customer service voice, you are signaling submissiveness to your prospects. So in order for us to get people to take you seriously, we need to be cool, calm, and collected. And we need to stop trying to be likable and be more in a place where we're neutral, where you have more of like collective confidence. And confidence comes from your ability to trust yourself. So we need to be utilizing the skill set and doing the things that are required and the things that are necessary every single day for you to actually trust that you're the person that can get other people results. If you don't believe in you, if you don't trust in you, and you're showing up to these calls and you're confused as to why people do not want to buy from you, well, baby girl, it's you. It's the way that you show up. It's the way that you interact with people. It's your neediness to want to be liked, your neediness to want to be pleased, to be the good girl. And we've been taught this socially and as a childhood conditioning to teach us to sit back and behave and be nice and be good. And I'm promising you it's fucking up your money. And we need to fix that absolutely right now. 2026 gets to be a way better year for you. So repeat after me. In sales, men get to earn your smile. This is it. This is the main shit right now. Men in sales get to earn your smile. If you smile too much, they're going to hear like, oh my gosh, she's into me, instead of, oh, this is a woman that's an expert that can help solve my problem. Like, do you want this man to date you or do you want him to buy from you? Like, which one do you want? Because sometimes your energy is too much like, oh my God, la, la, la. And you're so excited about all these things. And then you're confused as to why this person doesn't want to buy. And it's because you showed him this whole time that you were really, really interested in him. And that isn't going to work. Okay. Trust is built in the first 60 seconds of your calls. The first 60 seconds. So we want to be in a place where we get these people to be taking us seriously. We want to be in a place where we get these people to be taking us seriously. And how are we going to be able to do that? We want to make sure that in the beginning of your call, you are really setting the frame and you are being seen as a person that can solve their problem. Most salespeople are trained for you to start adding niceties and you getting people to be like, ooh, this person likes me, therefore they're going to buy from me. What's a basic example of that? You saying something like, oh, how was your day? How is the weather? What's going on around there? Oh my gosh, you like football? Me too. You have a dog? Me too. And you say all these niceties and all this bullshit and hopes that something that you say will magically allow this person to feel like, oh, I can connect with her. Oh, we have something similar. And that therefore is supposed to make somebody buy from you. That's not how it works. People are going to buy from you because they see you as a credible expert that can solve the problem that you helped them find, not because you both have dogs. Okay, how do we set a frame? You need to be really asking somebody about the outcome that they're looking for and continuously putting an outcome in their brain. So regardless if you're cold calling, if you are outbound dialing, if you are doing inbound, like regardless of that, we are going to make sure that we are talking about a result that we can give people. So for example, like if I'm selling fitness, I want to get on a call and be like, oh my gosh, how are you? How's your day? Do you have a dog? Me too. That's amazing. Okay, so let's talk about your fitness goals here. Like that doesn't really seem like a person that can get me results. But if I get on with somebody and they're like, hey, so it looks like you booked this call about wanting to lose 20 pounds and really wanting to get fit and toned for the summer and having the body that you're wanting, can I ask you what is causing you specifically right now in this moment to want to learn fitness, to want to train your body? You are going to be in a place where you're like, oh, this person's on business. This person can help me because they're talking about an outcome and they seem very sure of themselves. They seem that they know what they're doing. And it's all about you, again, going back, being regulated. So first of all, making sure that you're not burning yourself out, that you're cool, you're calm, collected, you're sure of yourself. Number two, you have confidence. The way you get confidence is by trusting yourself and doing the necessary skills that are required so you can believe in who you are and what you do, which means being willing to put in the reps. And then also the tonality. Again, tonality is 38% of your conversation. If you come off all bubbly and high pitched and la, 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 oh my God, hi, how are you, la, la, you're immediately seen as somebody that's not competent and that is just trying to get this person to like you in order for you to buy for them. Like people they realize this, they know what's going on. They know what you're doing. Stop trying to be likable, start being neutral, be cool, calm, and collected, and let's see how we can get this person to take you seriously and get this person to actually want to buy from you, okay? There's several different things that we can do inside of a sales call that's going to allow somebody to take you more seriously. The very first thing is that you're not gonna let somebody run all over you. Absolutely not, baby girl. If somebody gets on a call with you and they're talking about who God knows what, and it has nothing to do with their sale, or they go randomly ranting over and over and over again, they start talking and talking and talking, you have to be able to you have to have the tool and the skill to be able to take back that power and be in control of the call. So if somebody's ranting about some random thing and they're going on and on and on and on, I can't let them do that. If a prospect is ranting and they're talking about ramble, jumble on a call, their brain is going to feel overwhelmed because they're all over the place. Overwhelm equals uncertainty. If you have an uncertain buyer, they're not going to be able to buy from you. Uncertainty causes sales objections. So again, we're not going to lose control of a call. We're not going to let somebody ramble. We're going to be in control. If you get on a board meeting call and you have multiple men on this call, it is not your job to be like, oh, hi, Bob, what's going on over there? And have him just going on and on and on and on. Like he can't be in control of the call. You are. You have to take your power back. You have to interject. You have to be the one asking the questions and then shut up and get the answer that you're looking for. If they do not give the answer that you're wanting and they're all over the place, you have to be willing to challenge them, get back in there, ask it a different way and get the answer that you're looking for. This is going to require a lot of self-trust, self-belief, self-confidence. The only way that you can do that is by, again, doing the skills that are required of you. Constantly role playing, constantly showing up, constantly getting dirty, constantly getting in there. It's really frustrating when I see that sales reps don't think that they have to work hard in order for them to be able to get the result that they're looking for. Now, if you have a higher skill level, you don't have to work as hard, but how the hell would you get a higher skill level without working hard? Like it's like a catch-22. You're going to have to be willing to do the work so that you can acquire the skill set so that eventually later you can work less. But right now you got to put in the reps. You got to put in the reps so you can have the self-trust in yourself so that you could be able to challenge somebody, challenge their belief system, challenge them over talking to you, challenge them. If they're all completely off script, like you're going to have to get them back in line. Okay. Here's the hard truth. Nobody is coming on a white, pretty horse to save you. Not your boss, not your partner. If you want a lifestyle that really reflects your worth and how amazing you are, you have to acquire the skills to be able to make that happen for yourself. The way you do one thing in your life is the way that you do everything. If you half-ass your trainings, if you half-ass your calls, if you get on with people and half-ass objection handle, like you're going to half-ass other things in your life as well. You want to be a woman that's committed to transformation, not just somebody that's hoping and praying that this works out for her, kind of, does a little bit here and a little bit there, but never really implements it, never really acquires a real skill set and just guesses her way through. You don't want to be that. So let's go into a couple of different scenarios that can happen. Okay. I remember being in my first B2B sale. And I don't think it was my first B2B sale, but it was my first huge account. Like I worked 7 months to try to land a meeting with this account. 7 months. I finally get in this board meeting and it's me, little me. I remember it very clearly because I was wearing a blue polyester shift-on dress. Okay. I'll never wear polyester again from this freaking situation that happened. Okay. I'm wearing a blue dress. And I remember walking in and there was the main guy and his owner and his son. And then it was the project managers. It was my direct upline and then my boss. So all of us, there's like 7 of us all sitting at this table. I tell you that I could have been invisible. No one would have seen me there. I tried to say something and they didn't even acknowledge my words. I lost complete control. Like they took over and I just sat there like a little girl that didn't know what I was doing. So embarrassing. Not only that, but I noticed several things that were happening in the conversation as it was going south that I could have jumped in and asked, but I didn't believe in myself. I was really awkward. I was stuttering. I was so weird. And I didn't want to, ruin anything. So I just shut up and I sat back and I was quiet the whole time. The worst part is as I get to the parking lot to leave after my meeting went horrendously, my project manager says something to me and I look down, there's pits with stains. Pit stains coming down my dress, like almost to my belly button. I was mortified. I was mortified. And in that moment, I just felt so defeated because I was just seen as a cute little thing that was able to get a meeting. Yeah. Somebody's asking me a question, but I don't understand the question. So I literally was so mortified and I thought that like my self-esteem was so low that day because I'm like, I'm not smart. People don't think that I'm good at what I do. And these guys just treated me like a little girl. And it was extremely frustrating. And then I would have other moments where my job was to like go into acquire builders and build out our portfolio of these different houses and stuff. And I would go in on these job sites and I would get these blueprints and stuff. And I would get all these guys asking me to go to lunch with them, but no one would buy from me. And it was super frustrating because I'm like, what the hell? Why are all these people not taking me seriously at all? They want to, I remember one guy, like I was trying to get a client from him. We went and like part of our thing is that we had an expense account. So I went and had lunch with him, like with the intention of like trying to get a few properties. Yeah. How is it that the end of the lunch, he came back, we were in like a mall, we're in a Saks, we're at the top, like at a Nobu. He comes back with like a bottle of perfume to give me. Like these men were treating me like I was a freaking sugar baby, not like they wanted to buy my, like, oh my gosh, I can't even words. Literally, this is how I was treated. They were treating me like this instead of treating me like somebody that they could take seriously that would solve problems for them. And then later in my life, I had the exact opposite problem happen. I remember I was single. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. And I was going to all these conferences and I was trying to get people to buy something else. I was doing event sales, different things like that. And every single guy that I would talk to, they would tell me, they're like, Kayla, I don't want to date you because I don't want to not do business with you. Like, I don't want to ruin our chances of doing business together. I don't want to ruin our chances of being friends. And I was so freaking confused because it was the direct opposite experience of what I've had. The first one is that no one wanted to buy from me. The second one is that everyone wanted to buy from me. No one wanted to date me. And that's why I really started studying this. I started studying what would cause somebody to take you seriously on a call versus somebody to want to just date you and be with you. And it really came down to men earning your smile. And I know that sounds so simple, but you really have to think about it. How would a man earn your smile? By doing what you're wanting him to do, which is buy from you. And if you go in there and you start smiling and you're all giddy and you're all happy, he's going to perceive your body language as that you're into him. That's just what's going to happen. And if you're constantly being seen as the nice girl, you're constantly being seen as like a pushover, and you just let people get off the call, or you get on a call with a man on a sales call and they run you over in the conversation. You've lost all control. It's time to change that. It's time to fix that. And the only person that can do that is you. You have to be willing to do what's required to obtain the skill set so that you can really trust yourself and feel more confident, so that you have the willingness to challenge somebody. Sales is for people. It's not to people, but you also have to have a willingness to do the work. It's not going to happen for yourself. If you watch a few basic YouTube videos or a basic reel on Instagram, like that's not going to acquire the skill set that's necessary in order for you to be able to make 5-6 figures a month. Like, it's not. You have to be willing to wake up and be in the trenches. Like, I woke up every single day at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just to study so I can learn this craft. As a single mom, take my kid to school, go to work, come back home, study again, pick her up from aftercare, make her dinner, put her to bed, study again. Like, my whole life revolved around studying and practicing and developing my skill set. You have to have that level of commitment if you want to be excellent at what you do. You want to double your closing ratio. You want to be the top 1% in your field, top 1% in your industry. You got to do the work. You have to do the work. You got to be role playing every day. You got to be doing the tonality. You have to learn. You have to understand what's happening in your prospect's brain. You have to be really good at objection handling, really good at objection prevention. All that stuff is going to require you studying, learning, and practicing. What were the tools to learn to study during that time? Yeah. So the biggest thing that I think helped me is studying it all. And I know that sounds counterproductive, but literally it all. I went and I did a lot of old school training. Then I went through NLP, strategic intervention, behavioral psychology, neuropsychology. Like, I learned as many things as I possibly could. And then I combined it all into one, which is our methodology. Our methodology is RED, real, empowering, disarming questions, allowing you to understand psychologically what's going on in a prospect's brain so that you can get them to want to buy from you, and being able to do the internal work at the same time so you can be confident and powerful and you can get people to take you seriously. Yes. Anyways, if you want access to our community, we do free sales trainings in there every single week. Comment community below. If you're already in there, I do have access to our 7 reframes to overcome fear. All you have to do is DM me the word reframe and I'll send that over to you. It's absolutely free. What does reframing fear look like? Sometimes at the end of a call, you're having an objection and somebody is just like going at you, and they're still afraid to change. You can utilize an analogy or a different way to look at something so that they change their perspective, shift their belief, and therefore want to buy. So I wrote out 7 different ones that you can utilize. You can just DM me the word reframe. I'll send that over to you. It's absolutely free. Anyways, I hope that this training was helpful. I honor you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. See you soon.